Hello my friends, it is me, Militant Ginger. It's been a couple of days since I made a video. I apologise for that. And I apologise for looking like a slob with my little Sirius XM t-shirt. Mongo the dog. Anyway, I'm going to have a nice beer. Tonight I'm drinking Red Stripe, which is not a quality beer. Well, it's, you know, not a quality beer in America means like Budweiser and stuff like that, which is terrible stuff because it's made with rice. This is at least like a proper beer. I like Red Stripe for two reasons. Because it's the national beer of Jamaica. My father grew up in Jamaica, and so I've always had a fondness for like Jamaican things. And Ian Fleming's creator James Bond, of the creator of James Bond, used to live in Jamaica, and James Bond used to drink Red Stripe when he was there. So if you read all the books, it's quite interesting. James Bond actually had very, very bad taste in beer and wine. I'll go into that one day. Anyway, so I want to catch up with you. Today is February the 21st, 2017. Cheers. Oh, that's good stuff. So I'm not going to bore you with all my stuff about intermittent fasting again, although I am continuing to do my intermittent fasting. And it's interesting, today was the easiest day yet. I didn't get hungry. I just like powered through today. It was great. And the weird thing was, I had a really bad night in terms of sleep. Still didn't get tired. I didn't feel hungry. I was focused on top of stuff all day. I had a really challenging few days at work, and I managed to like stay the course. So intermittent fasting is working for me. And Monday morning, I confess, I weighed myself a little early and I dropped another pound. So there we go. Friday is when I'm going to weigh myself again and see whether I'm continuing to lose weight. But at this rate, everything is working perfectly. And it's great because I really feel, you know, I started this video series back in November when I first moved house. But around the new year, it was very much about, I'm going to lose my chub, get on top of things, and this is good. I'm feeling like I'm actually in a good place and I'm actually making progress once. In terms of what I wanted to talk to you about today, I think the most important thing is how all of these little life hacks have been showing me that anything is possible. Absolutely anything is possible. So I watched Doctor Strange the other day, which was the Marvel movie. And Doctor Strange is this very, very rational doctor, and he hurts his hands and cripples them, and Western medicine isn't going to help. So he goes to Nepal and meets up with this ancient person who, for some reason, is some ginger woman, Tilda Swinton, which doesn't make much sense anyway. And he gets all poo-pooed, chakras and energies and stuff. None of that works. And it's interesting because I think a healthy dose of skepticism is very important in anything that's non-traditional. But the fact is, there are all sorts of things that we do on a day-to-day basis that we do out of habit, or we do because somebody told us that it's the right thing to do, and it isn't necessary. I mean, this intermittent fasting is the perfect example. Why do we eat 3 meals a day? There's no scientific reason behind it. It's purely society's conventions. And the interesting thing is, if you look at traditional sort of dieting and traditional nutrition and stuff, instead of looking at the facts and working out what's best for people to eat with, traditional nutrition has always looked at what is the established belief and then cherry-picked the facts to find it. So I think it's very interesting. A lot of people when I talk to them about the fact that I'm doing intermittent fasting and only eating for 4 hours a day, they're like, well, your metabolism's going to go down, or stuff like that. And I mean, there is ample scientific proof that that is not the case. That actually, after 6 to 8 hours, when the insulin in your system from eating food has gone out of your body, your metabolism ramps up and you start dropping fat a lot faster. You seem more alert. You've got less cortisol, the stress hormone in your blood, and more testosterone and human growth hormone. These are all things that are measured and are facts, but it's interesting. People don't care about measured facts in science. They care about what their established belief is. So everyone's like, you should be eating 3 meals a day. Anyway, it's interesting because it just goes to show that there are these life hacks that work, and they're not magic like in Doctor Strange. They're not some crazy stuff. They're just different ways to approach things that work better. And I think that's kind of the hidden message of Doctor Strange, is that there was a different way to look and do things and influence the universe, and people have just ignored it because it's not what they believe or know. Anyway, so I'm rabbiting. I've already gone for 5 minutes. I don't really have a huge amount to say. It's been a challenging week work-wise, and I wouldn't say I'm on the right path, but there is definitely a path, which is a good thing. It's been a challenging finances wise, because we had a ton of repairs done to the house, and my car's transmission fell out and stuff like that. So right now we're kind of hunkered down, just trying to chug through things. But I had a great boss in England when I worked for a radio station called Win FM, a boss called Gordon, one of the best bosses I've ever had. And he told me, he looked me in the eye and said, when you're going through hell, keep going. And the only way out is through. And that's great advice. That's some of the best advice I've ever heard. That whenever you find yourself in a situation which is difficult, you just have to keep plugging through it. Because if you stop, you're going to stick there. And if you keep trucking through, eventually you're going to get out the other side. So, yeah, okay. And the other thing you've always heard is it's always darkest before the dawn. And, you know, I think we've made so many positive changes in the last few months that I think, okay, at the moment things are a little difficult, but I think they're really going to pick up. I've got a lot of stuff that I need to refocus on. I said one of my ambitions beginning of the year was to write 1,000 words a day. I haven't been doing that, but I've been writing a bit. But especially the fact that I'm now making inroads in other areas that I want to concentrate on, I think it's brilliant, and I think it means I've got the opportunity to do more stuff. I'm rabbiting. I'm going to wrap up. I'm cooking myself a delicious chicken burger for dinner, and I'm going to get an early night and get some sleep. Thank you very much. I look forward to speaking to you tomorrow, and until then, cheers.